Matt Iseman, Cherry Creek High School graduate, outstanding comedian, and now the host of Sports Soup on the Versus Network. Matt, thanks for joining me.
My pleasure, Sam.
I cannot believe that you, the big sports fan that you are now hosting your own sports show. How crazy is that for you?
It's awesome because I also work on a home makeover show, and I enjoy it. I enjoy working. But home makeover is not my life's passion. I mean, I've always loved laughing. Stand-up comedy has been what I've done for the past 9.5 years, and be able to combine that with sports was, you know, I mean, I always dreamed of being a pro athlete. But second to that, I think hosting a sports comedy show, right up there.
Yeah, now explain to the people what Sports Soup is about. A lot of people know about the Soup on the E! Network, and they've heard about Sports Soup, and they don't really understand it. There is kind of a tie.
Well, if you know the Soup, it's the same thing. In fact, it's the same executive producers. We shoot on the same stage, the same green screen. We've just substituted, instead of pop culture, it's now sports. So you take your clips of Tyra Banks and you replace them with Terrell Owens. We've got our stars. When we saw Brent Musburger talking about, I'm so excited to see Beyonce at the American Music Awards. Like, seriously, Brad, what cave have you been living in that you don't know how to pronounce? Did you get married to a fiance, Musburger? You should know how to pronounce her name.
Well, you've been on, what, about 5-6 weeks now?
Right about there, yeah. We started October 14th.
What's been good? What's been bad? What's been maybe not ugly, but, you know.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't like blowout games in football. Right now in Sports Soup, we love them because that's when the announcers run out of things to say, and that's when they get in trouble. We had Craig James during the, I think it was Texas A&M game, start talking about, well, I might get on Facebook to find out what my daughter's been doing. But I think they have a word for people my age who get on Facebook, creep. I was like, that's going in Sports Soup. Thank you, Craig James.
Now, what happens when you hear a goof up and it involves your teams, your home teams, the Broncos,
well,
the Nuggets, and the
Shanahan made it into Sports Soup, and I love Shanahan. He is always going to have a place in my heart because he got us the first 2 Super Bowls for the Broncos. I don't want to say what we saw Shanahan doing, but I'll say in football, picks can be good. You get a first-round draft pick, that's good. You get an interception, that's good. But we had Shanahan doing a different kind of pick. Wasn't the most socially appropriate kind of pick, I would say.
Pick and roll?
It was something like that. And let's just say when he did pick, he got rid of the evidence very quickly. So I'll let you draw your own conclusions. You can tune into Sports Soup and you can see what we were talking about with Shanny. But we don't pull any punches. I mean, the great thing is we're not looking to tear people down. And when we do that, we're having a laugh. But at the end of the day, we're going to be watching sports. There's no agenda here to make people look like jackasses. If they do it on their own, we're going to give them the platform to show the rest of the nation.
If you had to put somebody in a ring of shame from a national perspective, maybe give them the Iseman Trophy, you know, the stiff arm, you know.
Pushing dignity away from them as they open their mouths again.
Who are some of the people, as you've been into Sports Soup now that you go, yeah.
Well, the ring of shame would also be the ring of indebtedness from Sports Soup, because the people who are in there are the people who make my job easy. So, of course, guys like Ocho Cinco, T.O., Randy Moss, Charles Barkley. It's just amazing. The great thing about Charles is he has no problem saying exactly what he's thinking. And I know TNT must cringe when he goes, I'll be honest, folks, the games tonight sucked. They're like, we really paid him to say that?
Last question for you. It's Sports Soup, and it's 2 nights a week.
Yes.
Tuesday, Thursday. It's 8 o'clock in the Mountain Zone.
Yes.
30 minutes of mayhem. I just threw that in there.
Mayhem, I love it.
But is it chicken soup, tomato soup? What flavor of the sports is it?
Well, it's chunky, I would say that. And I guess I'd have to go with, it's probably a Jewish type of soup, because there are balls in this soup. I guess it'd be matzo ball soup. I don't know. You know, whatever your favorite soup is, that's what it is. That's a really politic answer there, right?
Yeah.
I just want people to tune in is basically what I'm saying. Give it a shot. I think you'll love Sports Soup.
Well, hey, we appreciate you stopping
Sam,
in,
my pleasure.
Man. Thanks, man.
Did I get that right?
You got it right. There's more to it.
Okay, that's good. Right.
I just didn't get the instructions for the rest of it, man.